While this snitch traitor is looking for something to do in his 2 hours vacation, he chooses to start with the errand Michael gave him, which is to buy some root beer and kaki peanuts, and then maybe he would waste the rest of his time in the arcade. In the meanwhile, Gakto is burning by the fact that he let Kiyoshi take the fall for the escape alone. He repents in front of the General Guan, but doesn't pay attention to the General's sword falling on the ground. Shingo meets an older girl from the academy who talks trash about his performance. She shows a little bit of cleavage, and you all know that's all you need to show to attract a man's attention. She notices this and teases him even further. She shits on his skills even more and challenges him to knock her off the lead of the scoreboard. Snitchgo is now back in the prison, and while taking the piss, he notices the missing sword. Michael again tries to extract information by showing our snitch friend a delicious recipe. He tries to think of new findings, and out comes the sword. Michael says,
"What the hell is this?"
and he replies it's some trash he found in the restroom. And of course that is something you would give to the VP, but oh my god, the sword falls into the kaki peanuts, and I'm definitely not overshadowing something here. Gakto looks for the sword everywhere, and Hana notices him acting weird in the bathroom. He comes up with some excuse, but she mercilessly drops some very filthy bars saying,
"I don't give a flying fuck, shit nuts! Now back to work before I rock your face!"
While having snacks together, Mari notices the sword that fell into the fucking restroom floor and says it's a Chinese sword, and Michael starts connecting dots. A miniature Chinese sword and a geek crawling on the bathroom. Of course these things are connected. With a bit of police work. What police work? This is all plot twists being forced by the writer. She investigates and finds the miniature Gakto was hiding, so that snitch Shingo gets a reward for what he found. She reports her findings back to Mari, and things get exciting. The snitch gets some help from an intrusive older girl who seems to have a crush on him. Wait a minute, my spider senses are tingling. An older girl, check. Plays nice, check. And comes out of nowhere, check. Okay, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that this girl is after something. Could be a member of the students' council that we don't know about, and she's playing nice to make Shingo make a mistake and hang with his friends from the gallows. After all, homies stick together now, don't they? No, they don't. This guy's a snitch. Anyways, they go to have ice cream together, and she invites him with cinema tickets for a movie, but he can't because his 2 hours leave ends soon. She gives him a band to hang it by the prison wall in case he knows he's going out, so she would know when they can meet. Maiko says it's time for a reward and promises him kaki peanuts. No, she doesn't, stupid. It's time for some action. She pulls out the general and Gakto denies having ever seen that before. She puts it on a horse and rides both of them, threatening to break them. Kyoshi is also crushed and is afraid that Gakto would give in and trade their freedom for his miniature, because if it was the two of them planning the escape and executing it, their sentence would get extended again and they would be one strike away from getting expelled. Gakto cannot take it anymore and charges in for the figurine, and Maiko now has him grabbed by the balls. This totally proves that this guy is guilty and played a role in the escape, and thus she concludes what I just said to Mari. Maiko thinks she's smart with all her investigative crap, but she did not account for one thing. This dude right here is just built different. He raises the figurine. He then says,
"As you were told before, yours truly has no interest at all in such silly toys."
I mean, every time I say this man is solid, he proves me wrong. It's even more solid than I thought. Are you like a 3310? Okay, I'm sorry. He says that break time is over and he would head back to work. He takes the promised reward, which is one kaki peanut, and then heads off into the horizon. Kyoshi asked, why did he do this? He now lost everything, but Gakto says no way in hell he would sell out his homies. He also apologizes for letting Kiyoshi take the fall alone, and Kiyoshi is even more stunned by how resilient, faithful and real this homie is, unlike some bitch-ass, snitch-ass niggas. Shingo notices the sword and says he found it in the restroom, and Mari gets knocked out because she put that shit in her mouth. But not like that though.
Stop it. Get some help.
Gakto apologizes to all his friends for not letting them know that he was in on the plan all along. Shingo tries to act the bitch, but Andre says that he's not angry at him. At least the students' council don't know for sure that he helped, and he decides to forgive his friends. See, Shingo? That's what friends do! They forgive each other! They don't snitch and sell one another. Andre also agrees with Joe and also forgives him, making the situation even more emotional. The The snitch finally slips in an angry burst, saying they've been working hard busting their nuts, while Gacto has been playing with his figurine in the toilet, a detail only a snitch would know. The president has bought new clothes for Maiko and they are super tight and barely cover up her boobs. Andre is in shock, he acts pathetic to get his usual punishment, masochist, but Maiko doesn't hit him, which is really strange. He tries again, but still nothing. But the clothing is so tight that Maiko loses her breath and faints. Luckily, Chiyo is there to save this crazy bitch. While Maiko is resting, Chiyo gets a hold of one of the booklets containing Operation DTO, but Mari abruptly interrupts the reading session, so Chiyo excuses herself and leaves. Mari reads Andre's diary that was copied by Maiko, and notices that he's getting closer to his breaking point. Therefore, tomorrow should be the final phase of Operation DTO, and Chiyo, while eavesdropping, wonders about what Maiko has planned for our boys. Thank you so much, dear viewer, for making it thus far, and if you can subscribe and like the video, it would truly help us grow the channel and work harder to give you a better and more exciting content. Until we meet again, stay awesome and goodbye.